Greetings, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is L.D. Smith, the watchman on the wall. Your watchman, Israel.
And my name is V.C.E. Smith, and I am the rib of the watchman.
Sons and daughters of Zion. This is our midweek teaching.
Yes,
grab that King James.
Yes, indeed.
But first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to the whole family. Happy midweek teaching, Israel.
All right.
Now, that being said, we're going to go forward into our teaching tonight. We got a fine teaching as always, and we always ask you guys to read along with us, and we ask you guys to think about the wording, because as the Rev said so many times, and I have also, words are very important.
Very important.
And we ask you guys to think about it, because once you think about it, it'll start popping.
Start clicking.
It will. And you, if you're Hebrew now, we know that the Most High will give you a clear understanding.
Yes, He will.
Now, that being said, no more delays. We're going to go into our teaching. We're going to be coming from 1 Timothy. All right, 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. And as we say, my brothers and sisters, think about the wording.
That's right.
Okay.
Hear yourself, Israel.
Right.
All right. We're going to start with verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is a true saying.
Out the gate. Explain that to him.
This is a true saying, because every damn thing else they've ever said is a damn lie.
It's right in the pages.
He just told you.
It's right in the pages.
This.
Mm-hmm.
Not all that other stuff. That from Matthew up to this.
This is your Uncle Paul too.
This is a true saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see what this true saying is. If a man get called by God. See, this is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop.
Isn't that something?
Now we want to explain this to you, because you know a bishop is not a biblical person. A bishop is not someone that was a member of Israel, or a role that's played in Israel, or anything to do with the tribe of Levi. That's the highest tribe you could be in. Those are our priests and our prophets, and our a lot of our prophets come from there. A lot of our leaders and those come from Levi. So if Levi never had any bishops,
That's right.
who are these folks?
That's right. So we can clearly see out the gate that the Most High has nothing to do
with this.
This is a whole nother entity.
This is flesh. Because you know how y'all taught not to go with the flesh, but if you desire.
That's right. Not that Jesus called y'all. You know, he's supposed to be. You know, he said he was fisherman of men, and he went out and made him disciples, and then he made apostles. You know, he had
some teachers,
preachers. Yeah, all that bullshit. But here, a bishop,
you choose that position, baby.
You could just say, well, hey, shit, I want to be a bishop. And see, that's the way it is now in Christianity. There's many of them just hollering about, I'm a bishop this, I'm a bishop that, but they don't
even know what it is. First of all,
Yeah.
first of all, you need to know what a bishop is. What is a bishop? A bishop is a high-ranking teacher in the Catholic Church.
That's where they came from. And all of them are Catholics. All the Christians.
Christians are Catholic. You told them that. I don't know how many
They just
times.
got a different name. If you call yourself Methodist, or you Pentecostal, or Apostolic, or Baptist, or
We're gonna tell you. We're gonna show y'all what
Catholic
religion a bishop and a deacon is under. We'll show you later on down in the teaching.
So, I mean, it's right
all
in the
you
pages.
deacons.
It's right in the pages too, and y'all just read right over. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to all them that's in the Baptist church, the Pentecostal, the Apostolic, 7-Day Adventist, all of them. All of them don't know what the fuck they even talking about.
Don't know what they doing.
They don't know what they're
just doing something.
Because somebody told you to do something.
That's all you're doing. He says he desireth a good work. Now, why would you desire a good work?
Right.
Why ain't you just doing good work?
Yeah.
But see, this is because you are not a decent individual, and you desire to be a decent individual.
Yeah.
Because under this thing,
false cloak,
a bishop
yeah,
would give you some rankings of being somebody big in the church.
Yeah. So
you want that
That's
position.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go on down here to verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
A bishop then must be, what does it say? I got to let the watchman say that word. What's that word say?
Blameless.
Blameless.
Yes, blameless. Now how can that be?
So in other words, the bishop would have to be born through Mary.
Yeah.
Because their Savior was so-called blameless.
Yeah.
No fault and guilt and stuff found in him. Who y'all know that's blameless?
But this is Uncle Paul here talking to nephew Timothy. But let me share what Uncle Paul said earlier in one of his writings. See, because many have forgotten what the Uncle Paul said. Let's go and see what Uncle Paul says in Romans the 3rd chapter. Romans the 3rd chapter verses. Let's start with verse 22 and read 23 and 24. All right. Even the righteousness of God, which is by faith, nothing but a lie, of Jesus Christ unto all upon all them that believe. For there is no difference. For all have sinned, including the one that have desire
to be a bishop. Doesn't come short of the glory.
Yeah. So how can he
be blameless?
Doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna finish reading it for you. He said, and came short of God's glory. Right there. So nobody fits that criteria.
Nobody.
But let's look at another one here. Let's go back here and look at what one of the disciples said.
Now we can talk about this stupid subject.
Disciple John.
Because we went through this bullshit and were ordained bishops.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Okay, let's look at John 8. We're going to read verses 1 through 7 and then 8 and 9. Okay, it says, Jesus went out unto the Mount of Olives. And early in the morning.
You like it early in the morning?
Yeah, like early Sunday morning. Early in the morning, he came again unto the temple. And all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and the Pharisees, remember that. Who?
Scribes and the Pharisees.
Okay, do we know who the scribes and the Pharisees were? They were teachers.
Sure was.
All right. He says, brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law, see, they knew what the law was. They knew what it was. And Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? Now, how can you change what Moses did from way back? Moses' instruction was from the Most High.
That's right. And these people weren't asking him as if to say, what do you think? I mean,
they told him what the law was.
We think Moses would stone him, but what do you...
They told him.
No, they gonna like, what you say? Huh? You coming on the scene talking about you know everything and you from God.
What you say about that?
This is what God said, what Moses said. What you say?
Verse 6 says, this they said, tempting him. That's what he think. That they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground as though he heard them not.
Stop. Jesus, now wait. Come on now. You the Son of God. They just confronted you with truth and reality.
The words.
You stoop down and write.
And try to figure your way out of it.
I wonder, do they know I was with her brother?
Yeah.
I committed adultery with her brother who was married. Because ain't nothing else he could have wrote on the ground.
That's right.
What are you writing on the ground for? And then don't even say what you're writing.
Nope. And it never says.
What sense does that make?
At all.
But just accept, just believe.
All right. Verse 7 says, so when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. Now,
that's not scripture.
Going back to what this bishop, this so-called bishop, supposed to be. Here Jesus, y'all God, talking to Christian now.
Yep.
Y'all God is telling those that quoted him the law.
Quoted him God's law.
Sure did.
God's law says nothing about
word for word.
Only the people who have never sinned shall stone her. He never said that.
Word for word. Huh? But here he tells them, he who has not sinned cast the first stone.
And see, that's why they love Christianity. Mm-hmm. Christianity tells you your filthy, shitting, rotten ass don't have to have nothing done to you, cause ain't nobody good.
Ain't nobody perfect. Yeah, but see here, how can this bishop,
not the word of God,
how can this bishop ever come to fruition?
Okay. He can't be a bishop.
And these are his words.
Can't be a bishop.
I know what it was. Paul, after Jesus left the scene, Paul told him, follow me.
Yep. That's right. That's what it was.
That's what it was. Now it's Paul's thing.
Now it's Paul's thing. Mm-hmm. Next in Paul, it'll be Timothy's thing. Mm-hmm. That's how it is in y'all's church. It's y'all's pastor's thing. Mm-hmm. All y'all making up what y'all want to make up with this bullshitting word.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep on.
All right. It says, the husband, verse 2, of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, always punching, apt to teach, not a teacher, but apt to teach.
Now let me show y'all something here. See, here's one that is apt to teach. Not that God has called him or God has given him a spirit to teach. Now let's go over here to Isaiah chapter 11. I'm going to show you guys something here, and then I'm also showing them that this is not talking about Jesus. See, because just because somebody have told you something, and they rehash it on down. Now it comes to you, and then you stand firm on, oh, you're talking about Jesus. It's not talking about Jesus.
None of it.
Now let's look at Isaiah chapter 11. It says there, we're going to read a couple of verses. We can read 4 verses out of it. He says, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse.
That's right.
Okay, Jesse had a son. Okay, then it's going to come out of that son. King David.
The stem of Jesse.
All right. Solomon came out of David.
Not Jesus.
Now let's keep on going. And the branch shall grow out of his roots, and the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. The Spirit of wisdom, understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge, and of the fear of the Lord, and shall make him quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. It says, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equality for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips. When he's talking, okay?
The things that he's going to be saying, the wisdom that he's going to pour on these people, boy, stuff they ain't never heard before.
And then he goes on, he says, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Now, Jesus never slayed nobody. The whole time. Now, I'm going to show you who he's talking about here now. Let's go to 2 Chronicles, because I need to show it to you. This is not talking about Jesus. 2 Chronicles, let's look at chapter 1. 2 Chronicles chapter 1. Now let's go there. Now watch this, my sister and brother. It says, and Solomon, how many we can read? We can read down to verse 12. And Solomon, the son of David, was strengthened in his kingdom And the Lord his God was with him, and magnified him exceedingly. Who? Solomon. Then Solomon spake unto all Israel, to the captains of thousands and of hundreds, and to the judges, and to every governor in all Israel, the chief of the fathers. So Solomon and all the congregation with him went to the high place that was at Gibeon, for there was the tabernacle of the congregation of God, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, had made in the wilderness. Now we told y'all that this here congregation wasn't a bunch of people.
Thank you.
We told you that.
Thank you.
We told you that in other videos. But no, we're the congregation. No, you're not.
Not the congregation.
You're not. It's a piece of furniture. Now let's keep on going. And the ark of God had David brought up from Kirjus, German, whatever that word is, to the place which David had prepared for it. For he had pitched a tent for it in Jerusalem. Moreover, the brazen altar that Bezalel, the son of Ur, the son of Hur, had made, he put before the tabernacle of the Lord. And Solomon and the congregation sought unto it. And Solomon went up hither in the brass, to the brass altar before the Lord, which was at the tabernacle of the congregation, and offered 1,000 burnt offerings upon it. In that night did God appear unto Solomon, and said unto him, ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said unto God, Thou hast shown great mercy unto David my father, and hast made me reign in his stead. Now, O Lord God, let thy promise unto David my father be established, for thou hast made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude. See that? Do you see how Jesus never been over nobody?
Never.
Not one time.
Yep.
But
And check this out.
We're going to keep on going.
God made him over the people.
He made him.
Huh? And the people didn't have to choose to believe that he was over them either.
So didn't.
But every time Jesus didn't have nobody, you got to jump on Jesus' bandwagon. You was under Solomon.
Yep. Now watch the rest of verse 10. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can what? Judge, I told you, he was talking about Solomon. Jesus never judged a damn soul. He was never over
had no
nobody.
authority to judge.
It was Solomon. Solomon is David's son that ruled over Israel. None of David's other sons outside ever ruled over Israel at any time.
None.
Now let's keep on going. All right. He says, come in, judge this people that is so great. Verse 11 says, and God said to Solomon, because this was in thine heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thine enemy. Not that he couldn't.
He could have.
He says, neither yet has asked long life, but has asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mightest judge my people. See that? Not Jesus.
That's right.
He goes on here, over whom I have made thee king. You can't be a damn thing unless the Most High makes you that.
He got to make you.
He has to make you. You can try all you want to. You're going to fail miserably. Yeah, and then they get mad when he picked one that they feel that is less capable. That's how he does, to let you know that, hey, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. All y'all know that he or she may not be capable of doing it, but I got him doing it.
That's right.
And they're doing a damn good job at it.
Yeah.
Better than anybody else. Now let's keep on.
Right, when God is with you.
He says here, Verse 12 says, wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee, and I will give thee riches and wealth and honor. See that? Riches, wealth, and honor. Now watch a minute. I tell you guys, listen to the wording. Such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee, neither shall there any after thee have the like. Including Jesus' punk ass, leprous ass self. Now, it's right in the pages.
He wasn't even as great as Solomon.
It's right there in the pages.
Talking about the only son.
Now, you guys read the story about Solomon. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, then y'all can go find the story and read it. There were two women that were living in the same quarters, and one of the ladies rolled over on a baby. They had newborn babies, and she rolled over on a baby and killed her baby that night. Then got up, sneaked up out of her bed, and put the dead baby in the bed with this woman, and then took her baby, and then got back in her bed. Then they went before Solomon. Solomon knows how to judge. Why? Because the Most High gave him wisdom. Solomon said, "Okay, bring me a sword. I'm going to cut the baby down the middle. You take half and she take half." The one that didn't own the baby said, cut him. The one that had the baby, that was the baby's mother, said, "Oh, no, don't do that. Give it to her." Solomon said, "That's your baby. Give the baby to the real mother." That's wisdom.
But what would have happened if Jesus was Solomon? What you come to me for?
Yeah.
Judge not lest ye be judged.
That's what he was saying.
Huh?
Or he would have threw his shoes up like,
I
don't know. But you guys can clearly see here that this is Solomon that Isaiah chapter 11 is talking about. It's not talking about Jesus.
Not at all.
So y'all Christians, y'all have gotten y'all bubble bust again.
Yep.
Now let's keep on going.
Okay, you want to go back to Timothy?
Yeah, we're going back to Timothy.
All right, let's get on Timothy some more. Now, he says, this is where we've been waiting on verse 3, baby. We've been anticipating this ever since the Most Holy
That's right.
came.
That's right.
All right. He says, not given to wine.
Uh-huh.
But what did we read earlier? Not given much.
Yeah.
Right? Gotta be sober. All right. A no striker.
Okay.
So that means if he work on a job now and they go off on strike, he can't strike. No striker. Not greedy of filthy lucre.
Uh-huh. See that?
Now, hold on. Watchmen got some stuff for you. Check this out. Lucifer didn't say
That's right.
no filthy lucre.
No, he didn't.
Let's see. Let's make sure I'm right.
No, he didn't.
Not given to wine.
Yep. Now we know that now. No wine.
Now this is how I should read now.
No wine.
Not given to filthy lucre.
That's the way it's supposed to be
I got
read.
another one for you. No striker.
That's right. That's right.
No filthy lucre.
That's right.
But guess
That's right.
what they
That's right.
say? Nah, they said that's wording is
Think
so
about
important.
it.
You
Think
said,
about it.
listen.
Think about it, my brothers and sisters. I know you guys gonna get it. Some of y'all already got it.
He said, not greedy.
That's right.
So in other words, the filthy lucre that you collecting, let that be enough.
Yeah. Don't be greedy.
Don't get greedy. Don't be no clefro dollar.
That's right.
But you getting, don't be like TD Jakes.
yeah.
Get you some filthy lucre. Just don't be greedy about it.
And y'all know for a fact that old pastor that y'all call a pastor, old preacher, whatever he is, so you're supposed to be up there.
Y'all know them some greedy sons of motherfuckers. Them the greediest people you ever seen.
They'll tell you, even the person that is getting public assistance, they'll tell them, no, you got to pay your tithe.
You got to give to God.
You got to give to God.
Who would rob God?
And then the drug dealer,
Sure enough,
they'll take his money quickly.
them drug dealers that they know this shit ain't real, but they ain't sure. So what they do is give a few dollars to the pastor. Pastor sure take it.
Yeah,
but I heard one tell us one time, money is money. It don't matter where it come from.
Long
It can
as
be
it's green.
used for the work of the Lord.
Yeah.
Huh? Paying for his kids' shit and
Yeah.
buying his cars and
Yeah.
the work of the Lord.
Yep.
He said, but you can get all the filthy lucre you want, just don't seem
greedy.
Greedy.
Now y'all Christians, now y'all see how big a fool y'all been.
Because you couldn't read this shit.
Y'all see how big a fool you guys have been. And then they sit back and laugh at y'all dumb asses.
The white man know he got them.
They sit back and laugh at your dumb asses.
And they don't care nothing about the poor whites. They never have.
Boy, I tell you. And the thing about it, they put it, I say it all the time. The best way to hide something from a motherfucker is put it right in his face.
Put it right in
his face.
Right in the word. Right in writing.
He'll walk right over it all day long and never see it. Never see it. But it's right in the pages. But see, the Most High, He's teaching us. He's leading us. We're not out here doing a cakewalk or something on our own. No. That's not the way it is. We were chosen. And we're sent by the Most High. That's why you can go anywhere out there. I don't give a damn where you go. You will not find
Israel telling
no one teaching.
Nobody saying
what we're teaching over here. We got a whole new. I mean, our thing over here that the Most High have given us is totally different. Now we have some that may try to mimic us in some ways, but if you hear it anywhere else, they came here and got it. Here
first.
They came in and got it.
Now listen now. Check this out. Because you got the little dot with the comma. Mm-hmm. So in other words, this is attached to what was last said.
That's right.
Now check this out. Mm-hmm. You got to know how to read this.
That's right.
You say, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient.
Yeah.
It'll come.
It'll come.
Be patient. The lucre, the filthy, not lucre,
right.
the filthy lucre is coming.
It's coming.
Now, listen.
Just be patient.
Not a brawler.
No.
So in other words, don't go out there browbeating them for it.
Right.
Don't get into fights over it. I said be patient. It'll come.
It'll come to you. And see, that's what they do. But see, Cleflo got mad there for a while when they didn't want to pay him, and he was talking about taking him out.
He wish he had a thing in the back that he could shoot him. Yeah,
he gonna take for
not paying tithes
and shoot them about their own shit. Mm-hmm. Boy, I tell you.
And this is what he said. Now, like Cleflo got jealous of TD getting more than he had, so he was covetous.
Yep.
But Lucifer's Rhodey Paul said, don't be covetous, Timothy. You know, we'll get the filthy lucre too.
It's coming. It's coming.
Don't fight over it.
It's coming.
Be patient and wait for it. We'll get it to you.
We'll get it to you.
Verse 4. One that ruleth well his own house. Now let me stop you right there. Ain't a motherfucker on this planet got a house they rule like the house of God.
Thank you.
I'm gonna clean this shit up
right now.
Right
now. That's right.
You don't have a temple where the Most High
resides.
God
comes down.
Sure don't. Where his tabernacle resides. Where the veil sits and hangs to protect the Father from killing the ones that's out there that ain't supposed to see him. Don't you ever state you got a holy house like the house of God. Your motherfucking daughters running around fucking everything that can be fucked. Your son fucking everything, selling drugs, doing every goddamn thing in your house. And you gonna say you can run your house
like the house of God. Boy,
I dare you.
How disrespectful. They don't have any respect for the Most High at all.
How dare you.
But let me show you here in God's holy word here about who and how to run the Most High's house. Okay? Now let's go to 1 Chronicles.
That goddamn thing holy about your house.
Now let's go to 1 Chronicles. We're going to go to 1 Chronicles, yeah?
You wash your filthy dishes and your dirty fucking clothes, your underwear in. And talking about run your house.
Like the house of God. Man. Okay, let's read verses 9, okay? Let's start at 9. Look what it said. He said, now, talking about Solomon, he said, behold, a son shall be born to thee, who shall be a man of rest. See that? And I will give him rest from all his enemies round about. For his name shall be Solomon. All right? And I will give peace and quietness unto Israel in his days. He shall build an house for my name, and he shall be my son, and I will be his father, and I will establish his throne of his kingdom over Israel forever. All right? Now, my son, the Lord be with thee, and prepare thou and build the house of the Lord thy God, as he has said of thee. Only the Lord, see this? Only the Lord give thee wisdom and understanding. You can't get it on your own.
Don't come on your own.
You can't desire this.
Mother wit, some think they have.
You can't desire this.
God wit.
God has it. It says that only the Lord. Nobody else.
That's right.
Give thee wisdom and understanding, and give thee charge concerning Israel, that thou mightest keep the law of the Lord thy God. Then thou prepare, if thou take heed to fulfill the statutes and judgments which the Lord charged Moses, which concerning Israel. Be strong and be of a good courage. Dare not, nor be dismayed. Okay, how far I want to go? Okay, that's where I want to stop there. At 13 here. See that? He said, then thou shalt prosper if thou take heed to fulfill the statutes and the judgment which the Lord charged Moses with concerning Israel.
Thank you.
See that? That's how you run the Most High's house.
Thank you.
By keeping his laws and the judgment. The one that he gave Moses. Not this bullshit over here that Jesus and Paul them. No. And another thing, that's this bullshit over in the New Testament, that's not the Most High's house.
You can't. I don't give a damn how well a man thinks he's running his house. You can't run God's house.
And the part, and here's the a kicker, about the whole thing. Any and everybody couldn't come in God's house.
Thank you.
They couldn't. There were only certain ones. The children of Israel that worked in the temple and the priests. That was it. The king could come in, but he gonna come so far, and that was it. He couldn't go back in the Holy of Holies. Only the priest, the high priest. Now let's keep on.
I'm done. Alright. After we done found out he ain't got nothing to do with ruling his house, look at this next part of this verse. Having his children in subjection with all gravity.
Nah, I'm gonna tell y'all something. See, that's why they didn't want black people to learn how to read, and that law is still on the book right now. I can read enough to know that this is nothing but bullshit. Does any? I know you guys know what gravity is, don't you? Do you have the date?
Let me see if I can. Let me try to help
you pull that up.
Because
some may not know what gravity is.
Let me see if we can get some help here, because we want to make sure that this is not the other kind of gravity.
You get the right kind here.
Let's get the right kind of gravity.
Having his children in subjection.
All right. Now, this is what he has to have his children. The force of attraction by which, I don't even know if that is, somebody is that terrestrial bodies tend to fall toward the center of the earth. Heaviness or weight, gravitation in general.
Now y'all see that?
Any people y'all see floating around, them are preacher's children whom he don't have in gravity.
Right. I mean, it is so crazy. I mean, but once you look at this bullshit and you think about it, I mean, it's enough. And they keep. I mean, they go right back in the same bullshit. They are so adamant. Well, I'm not gonna change my way. What? Don't change them. You don't have to.
I don't care what you do.
You don't have to. You see, because this teaching is not for everyone. It's not. We are only sent to who the Most High wants to hear us. We are not here to try to make no money. This is not our living.
And our daughter don't float.
This is not our living on YouTube. Both of us have jobs, and we go to work
every day,
just like everybody else.
Most High bless us to work and take care of ourselves.
This is not a money thing.
We don't make money on YouTube.
Our job is to reach our people. That's our main concern.
Looking for our folk.
That's right. Nobody else. We so
still confused at how all these Christians find a way. How did they hear us?
We
keep on saying that. How does a Christian hear us?
They're not being obedient.
How do you even stumble across us?
They're not being obedient to their God, Jesus. They're not. They're not being obedient.
Anyway, them gravitational children of the bishop.
The bishop, yeah.
Okay. It says, verse 5, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Well, first of all, the church of God shouldn't be doing the same thing you're doing in your motherfucking house anyway.
Sure should.
What you do in your house? You eat and sleep and piss and shit and go to the grocery store and you play cards in it. If you play cards, your family and kids run around. What is he talking about?
I have no idea.
Because why would your church of your God be anything like your house you live in?
Shouldn't be. Two different places.
If I don't rule my house properly, I can't hold my job down. That doesn't make any sense. I can go to work every single day. Yeah. What I do on my job don't have nothing to do with what I do in my house.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
So the actions inside of Lucifer's God's house are the same, and it's true. Because the pastor will screw anybody in it.
Yep.
They come in there and they talk all crazy. They smoke, they drink, they play cards. They do everything in Lucifer. They sure have nightclub night with all that foolish ass dancing and shit. So maybe that's what they talking about. But God runs a house like a home that you got that you live in.
Possibility, yeah.
How many times do y'all have the congregation in y'all's house?
And then call that building a sacred place. Shit.
Give me a break.
They do everything they do inside the nightclub downtown Atlanta.
Thank you. Everything they do, they just attach holy to it. They have sex with other folks they ain't married to, but it's holy sex. They dance like the people in the streets, but there's this holy dance. They cuss just like y'all call cussing, but they use language like we use, just like anybody else, but there's this holy. They do everything that they do everything everybody else does, but then there's this holy.
And then they got that 11th commandment that they attach to the Most High's. Thou shalt not get caught. But then they got this curveball that they'll throw you. Well, if we sin, we have an advocate with the Father. Yeah.
Just bullshit.
That's what I said. Those are y'all teachings.
Verse 6. Not a novice.
Look that word up.
Not a novice. So in other words, you can't even be one learning this shit. You got to be a master at it. That means because you know why they don't want you to be a novice, Daddy? Because people with intelligence will rip a fucking Christian into shreds, and the first thing they'll say is, well, I don't know all the verses in the Bible. I don't know all the scriptures in the Bible. I can't quote the Bible. I'm just a Christian that believes on faith, and I got faith. I can't. First thing. That's why they don't want no jackass sometime he coming up talking about they want to do it because they want you to be able to have that forked tongue to be able to twist them lies when people come. So this is a novice, a person who is new to the circumstances. New at the work, etc., in which he or she is placed. Beginner.
Yeah.
A person who has been received into a religious order or congregation for a period or probation before taking vows.
Now, my sisters and brothers, now, if any of you guys go back and read the Old Testament, the Most High called Samuel, called him three times. Now, Eli was asleep, and the Most High called Samuel 3 times, and all 3 times he went to Eli. He asked him, "You call me? You call me?" He said, "No." But y'all go read the story. But anyway, Samuel was working in the temple. He sure was. He was working in the temple as a little child, raising him up. So here, they want you to be a novice. They want you to come in and don't know a damn thing.
But check this out. Ain't he telling Timothy? Timothy don't know a motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
He's telling Timothy, the dumbest boy they had down there, the dumb as a box of rocks. But yet, he's preparing him this novice to take the job.
And not only that, if the Christians just think about the writing here, this is Paul talking to Timothy. He's not talking to y'all.
He ain't talking to y'all.
He's not. He's not talking to y'all. But every time this bullshit is talked to, one is talking to one here in the New Testament, y'all take it upon yourself. Well, you know what, he's talking to me. No, he was not.
And guess what? There's no such thing as a novice for anything else, because the 4th definition is a recent convert to Christianity.
Yeah. Yep.
Didn't know that, did y'all? All right, here we go. Oh, some good stuff here. A 6.
Yes.
He can't be a novice now. Lest being lifted up with pride, and he fall into the condemnation of the devil. How can that be?
How can that be? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Because he's got to be saved, sanctified,
sealed too,
filled with the Holy Ghost,
sealed twice,
sealed, a bishop. You all these things, but yet you can still fall into the condemnation of the devil.
Yep. All this bullshit, you guys can't see. This here is so messed up until it's beyond fucked up. It is. This is crazy. But we have to teach it. Let's keep on going here.
Verse 7's even crazier. Listen to this. Moreover, he must. This is out of the criteria. He didn't even say must on the filthy lucre. Just he didn't say you must not get a lot of filthy lucre, but this is a must. Have a good report of them which are without.
Boy,
I am done.
But see, what they're saying is that as long as he hadn't gotten caught. See, because Paul already, this same Paul told them over at Rome that all of them have sinned. Then he tell them in another writing, such was some of you, and all kind of bullshit. But then come over here and then tell this bishop that he got to be of a good report for all those out there.
But wait now, this is the kicker. You got to get your good report from the ones that are without. Now let's look at this.
That don't make no sense at all.
Without salvation.
It has to be.
Without love. Without a church. Without a family. without food stamps?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, wait, come on. Y'all gotta ask questions. I know you Christians want to know these things. But I had to scratch my head because moreover, he must have a good report of them which are
without
money, without a job, without Jesus.
It could be any of those. It could be any of those.
Nobody ever said without what?
But they have to make
them without what?
They have to make these assumptions. Oh, that's a gray area.
Because if you don't get a good report from the mailman, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. Y'all need to read this shit. Y'all need to go over this shit with a fine-tooth comb and read this bullshit. Don't act like this makes any sense to you whatsoever.
It doesn't.
We just asked a simple question. Without what? Without Paul? Without the homosexual spirit?
It's crazy.
Then without?
It is crazy.
Without what? Alright, verse 8.
And you know what? You ask them, they read this bullshit, and they so stern on, then you ask them to explain this.
You twisted it!
I can't explain it, but
I understand it and I believe it.
You know, because it's the word of God. It's not.
It's not the word of God.
It's not the word of the Most High. This is bullshit.
All right, let's look at A here. That's your word, baby. Say it, baby.
Likewise.
Must the deacon be grave?
Dead, boy.
Okay, let me make sure we get this on the right track. Because we got to say some things to you about this. Now,
look that word up for us. Sis.
Y'all, everybody out there knows what a grave is, right? I hope. I don't know if you know or not, but if you know what a grave is, let's see what a grave is for those that go spiritual. We're going to help you spirituality tonight, and we're going to explain what a grave is. An excavation made in the earth in which to bury a dead body.
Excavation. Oh boy, I tell you.
Any place of interment, a tomb or sepulchre, whatever how you pronounce that word. Any place that becomes the receptacle of what is dead, lost, or past. Let me read that again, Fishes. Let me read that again, Fishes. Likewise, must the deacons be grave.
So in other words, the bishop is grave too.
Because he said likewise.
Yeah. So the bishop is grave too. They just don't have it there, but he said likewise. So that has to be alluding to the bishop.
Oh, not double-tongued. Not giving too much wine. Whoa, stop. So you can be given to wine, just not much. But he told him up there earlier to be sober and not a partaker, right? Something like that. He told them they can't have it, but down here you can have some.
And the deacon like wine.
Deacon like wine. Have him some wine. Okay. Not giving much wine. Not greedy. He's double tapping. Listen, y'all. He wants you to get that fucking filthy lucre. Because he's making sure they know. Come on, y'all. He put it twice.
In other words,
the bishop and the deacon, our number one goal.
He wants y'all to get paid.
Not greedy.
Y'all can get it paid, but don't be greedy.
I don't like that greedy. Now, I want y'all to get that filthy lucre, but don't show the people you're greedy for it. Not greedy or filthy lucre.
Man, isn't that something?
Put that twice.
Now, this verse 9 is a bunch of bullshit. It's all.
Holding the mystery of the faith. Stop. Now we know that faith is a mystery because we don't know what the fuck it is. Don't have no use for it. Israel has none.
Yep.
We don't know what faith is. So it is literally a mystery.
But the thing about it, if faith is a mystery to the Christians, then that means that
they don't know
that you're walking through a maze.
They don't know what faith is.
You are. You walking through. Know. You got all your hope in this gray ass, foggy ass maze, and you know where in the hell you going, and you got all your hope in that. Does that make any sense to anybody that is a Christian? Hell no, it doesn't. But you see here, the Most High talks to His children plain. Tell them, look, don't do this and don't do that.
No mystery.
Simple.
To it.
Damn it, don't do it.
And you do know the word mystery is not in the Old Testament. This is a Luciferian word. Because he's using this word to show you do not know any of these things that we say. These things are a mystery. And why is your salvation a mystery?
And they can feed you a bunch of bullshit and then tell you it's a mystery.
And that's what preachers do.
You leave it alone because you don't have any place to go. Why? Because it's a mystery. But we're gonna tell you later on after everything is over with. Okay.
Keep on holding on to that.
All right.
Holding the mystery of the faith in pure constance. Whatever that means. It makes no sense. 10. And let these also first be proved. What? Then let them use the office of a deacon, being found
blameless. That ain't gonna happen. Now my brothers and
sisters, y'all need some help.
My brothers and sisters, even the Christians,
Luciferians, y'all need help.
They should ask themselves, if you've been around on this planet for any time, let's say 10 years, and you're a Christian, haven't you done something wrong?
But deacons and bishops don't even have to repent for their sin because they are blameless. They've been found. Before they can even hold their office, they have to be found blameless.
I'm starting with a 10-year-old. That 10-year-old know that they have done something wrong in their lifetime. You done went in the refrigerator, you done stole some money.
Had stuff behind your back, thinking nobody can see it. You the only one can't see it.
You done all kind of shit, being a kid. But yet and still now here is one that is an adult. Mm-hmm. And then you believe that bullshit about he's blameless. Man, I tell you, boy. I mean, baby, when you're in Christianity, you ain't nothing but a
fucking cheat.
You ain't nothing but a fool.
Cheat, a liar, a thief.
You ain't nothing but a fool. I mean, you are a fool to believe this bullshit right here. But you know what though? When you're in that bullshit,
a lie,
your mind will grab hold to that bullshit and you believe it.
Yep.
And the motherfucker, he walking around on 2 feet just like you. Mm-hmm. He's capable of doing and will do anything you do. And then you put that line, son of a bitch, way up here and then drop yourself. Not me, hell no.
Fuck a pastor.
No.
They don't have no conversation with Vic.
I've been through that shit before.
Sure don't. Ribba set them straight.
I remember the time, baby, when I was in that Christianity shit, I see Cliff loading them money.
Joe did that stupid ass.
TDJ, Copeland, that old boy over in Columbus.
Most of them was cattle that they was sitting it to.
Ron Parsley.
Yeah.
All of them faggot ass motherfuckers. I mean,
we was cutting checks to all them bastards.
And didn't get a damn thing for it. Nothing.
God was just taking our money and throwing it in the trash.
Didn't get a damn. I mean, hoping for a blessing, and you got a blessing already.
Yep. And didn't even realize.
In your damn hand. Keep your money in your pocket.
When we was in church, we never gave 10%.
I always gave
one
over and above. Always.
We always gave over and above. And I'm talking on our little salaries, we was giving damn near 30% to the fucking church.
Yep.
Wasting our money.
Yep. Sure was.
And them bastards was steady sucking it in.
Sure was. And then they would come back, and then ask for some more.
Sure would. We don't have fried chicken tonight. Y'all can come and sell some chickens and buy the meat and bring it in and all that shit. And every time there was something going on, our fucking names was on their list.
At the top.
The fools.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. Even so much their wives be grave. So you got the dead deacon in the grave, and the dead wife of the deacon in the grave.
And the bishop too. Because remember, likewise.
Likewise, y'all. But we couldn't. It all makes sense.
Okay.
How could you not be blameless if you buried in the ground? You ain't doing nothing. Finally got it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, not slanderers, sober, faithful in all things. How could you be faithful in all things? Why didn't they at least say faithful in the things of God?
Yeah.
Faithful in the things of Christ. Faithful to the church. You got to be faithful in all things.
So in other words, you got to be a God. You perfect.
But not just that. Sin's a thing.
Yeah.
The doing wrong is a thing.
Whoa.
It's a thing. And he made it.
You dropped that on there.
He made it very clear. He made it very clear because the New Testament don't know how to use ALL.
Whole thing. That's right.
So in other words, these dudes, which are dead in the grave,
they're faithful.
Have to be faithful in all things.
Fornication,
adultery, backbiting, lying, stealing, cheating.
Yeah.
Faithful.
A murderer. Yeah. Now y'all think about that.
Faithful in all things.
Think about that, my brothers and sisters.
All right. Verse 12.
All right.
Let the deacon be the husband of a dead wife. Because you got to be in the grave.
Got to be dead.
He liked that though. He liked that. He don't do no man on woman stuff. Ruling their children and their own house well. Now check this out. Check this out. Not being a father, not being a husband, you are a ruler.
Yeah.
Now some of y'all understand why these black fools act the way they do in these groups, camps, or whatever them damn things are they in, abusing them women, because this bullshit tells them to rule.
And the children.
Rule. Don't be a husband.
Not lead and teach. Rule.
Listen. Lead, guide, love, and care for your children and their house. Not him. You rule over that son of a bitch.
Yep.
13. For they that have used the office of a deacon well purchase to themselves a good degree and great boldness in the faith, which is the mystery.
Yeah, because that's what he is.
Because they don't know.
It's a damn mystery.
He's saying Jesus Christ. How? He was told up there his faith is a mystery. The mystery in Jesus Christ.
That's right. Because he is a mystery. He's always changing. He's just like a
nothing stays the same.
He changes.
The lie it's like they say about a lie. You can't tell it twice. You can't keep on telling a lie the same way. You gotta mess it. Only the truth stays the same.
He's the fucker of many hats.
Thank you. And the master of none.
Put on his head.
For they that have used the office of the deacon. I just did that, didn't I? We're on 14. These things write I unto thee.
Whoa. Read that again.
These things I write unto thee.
Timothy, y'all. Not y'all. Timothy, he's not talking to y'all Christians. I don't know why y'all, and then y'all go out here, you know, they're talking about what we gonna make a bishop and this and all that bullshit. Listen, this was back in this day. He wasn't talking to y'all.
He was talking to Timothy.
He talked to Timothy. Now, how many of you guys named Timothy now? Even though his name is Timothy, he's not talking to you.
Hoping to come unto thee shortly.
Okay, so you guys know that he is not talking to any of you.
So you know he ain't talking to you because he can't come to y'all. 15. Right?
Yep.
But if I tarry long, why? Ain't you a godly man that can't be blameless and can't do nothing wrong and all this stuff, but now you got a if? If I tarry long, what will stop you? That thou mayest know how thou oughtest to behave thyself in the house of God.
Now my question is right here now. All this right here that you have told him. But now if I don't come, then you should know how to behave yourself in the house of God. First of all,
how you know he even got the letter?
Yeah, first of all,
something could have happened. He couldn't have even got the letter.
This is the churches are not the Most High's house.
They're not the house of the living God, as he's gonna lie.
They're not.
Mr. Blameless is lying now.
This is Jesus' house.
Thank you.
Because all the churches are built and based on him dying.
The foundation, the rock.
His
cross.
Everything is based on him dying and getting
So
up.
it's not the house of the living God.
Yeah.
It's Jesus' house.
Jesus' house. Let's keep on.
Which is the church of the living God.
Not so.
The pillar and ground of the truth.
No.
That's a lie.
Not the Most High.
Matter of fact, the houses don't even belong to Jesus, because I guarantee you go downtown, the name of the mortgage is in your pastor's name. That's his property.
That's his property, and you paying for it.
Thank you. And without controversy. You had controversy from verse 1. Great is the knowledge, the knowing, and the understanding of the truth. They got all that in that one little word.
The mystery
of God. Godliness is now a fucking mystery. Y'all done read all about the Most High God, all the things he's done, all the things he said, all the saving he did. Now it's a mystery in the New Testament.
Man, I tell you, boy.
Told y'all that word mystery is not a biblical word.
Y'all gonna be in for a surprise, the Christian boy. Y'all gonna be in for a surprise. But see, like y'all still around here, y'all gonna learn something. Cause we gonna expose this New Testament. We gonna show y'all how stupid this shit
is.
We gonna show y'all, and y'all got all your hope and y'all trust and y'all faith in this bullshit. And this shit don't work. This abracadabra shit doesn't work. Y'all have better results with Harry Potter and what's the other bullshit thing?
So many of them, I don't know. One I like the best.
Peter Pan.
Walt Disney got a master. Walt Disney can do some shit. He can make them movies.
Y'all have better luck with.
I'm telling you, these was his ancestors. Disney, I guarantee you. These were his ancestors. These folks got creative minds. He says, God was manifested in the flesh. Lying bastard.
Any of y'all guys know, y'all go back and read where the Most High came down and talked with Abraham. As a matter of fact, they had a meal together. He walked around on 2 feet. I stress to you guys all the time. The head, eyes, nose, mouth, finger, toes, that is universal. That's the universal look. I try to stress that to this one Christian that came talking about God as a spirit. How in the fuck can a spirit walk around on 2 feet?
Because this is where he got it from. Hold on, baby. God had to be justified in the spirit.
Seed of angels. Seed of angels.
A seed of angels.
Moses talked face to face.
But wait a minute. Where the angels live at? Where the angels live at that they had to see him manifested in the flesh? Anyway,
I have no idea.
That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all gotta read this shit. Purchased preached unto the Gentiles, not Israel, believed on in the world, received up into glory. But stop. Stop. Cause we gonna close with this. Let me tell y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all motherfucking cock fucking dirty sons of bitch bastard Christians something. Let me show y'all ass something that y'all always howling about. Jesus is his son though. He's his son. This motherfucker just told you he's God himself.
Sure did.
Listen to it.
He says it all the time.
God was manifested in the flesh.
He says it all the time.
Justified in the spirit. Seen of angels.
My question to anyone out there: God walking around with Abraham, walk down to Sodom and Gomorrah. Why would he have to? He's already here, walking around talking just like you and I.
But that was God.
Why would he have to go back?
That was God. This is supposed to be Jesus.
Why would he have to go back and then
calling himself God?
Come through a filthy ass woman like everything else came through. His creation. Man, you got to be out of
preached unto the Gentiles, believed on in the world, received up into glory.
But it is so hard.
Ain't that a bitch?
They will listen to this, and they will. They're just so stern. They're just so hard as head. I ain't gonna do it. I don't care. Well, one day you will.
I'm gonna hold on to my faith. We want you to.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna shed one motherfucking tear because you reject the living God?
Not me.
Motherfucker, let me tell you something. I don't care how close you think you are to me.
That's right.
If my father say kill your motherfucking ass, you's a dead man or woman.
That's right.
If you gonna hold on to Lucifer, you gonna see what you gotta have coming.
When the Most High come back,
I don't give a damn.
Oh yeah.
He done went out of his way to show your black motherfucking filthy asses that this motherfucker is a liar. Yeah. And you stand before him daily. I'm gonna hold on to my faith. I'm gonna keep on believing in Jesus. We want you to.
That's right. Hold on.
I'm not Solomon, motherfucker.
Because our day is coming. Our day is coming.
I'm ready.
Our day is coming. That's why he says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. He told us in his word.
That's Israel. That ain't you fucking Christians.
He said, ye are gods. But now you're going to die as men.
Y'all going to find out.
But when he comes back,
y'all going to find out. The Father is sick and tired of your foolishness. He's already put some of you in the ground.
That's right.
Some more y'all going. He's had it.
That's right. So my brothers and sisters, we wish that this year has been a very, very informative teaching.
Hope you hear the Most High God. Time is,
yeah.
Y'all think this ain't gonna end. Listen, everything that was done in the dark is coming to the light. Black men used to cry because they were being abused by the police. And everybody used to say, oh, they just making that up. They lying. That's the easy thing to say. No. God said, okay, as time went on, I'm going to let y'all see what is being done to my people. Huh? It's being brought to the forefront. Right. Back years ago,
yep.
Our people didn't have clothes to put on. Sure they wore sackcloth and lived in shacks without Jesus.
That's right. And they could look up and see the damn stars
through the holes where the snow would fall through. The roof. And you dirty, filthy sons of bitches to this day living in the lap of luxury, sucking on a cock. Fuck God that can't do a damn thing for you. And the Most High bring you his true word and you still say, I'm gonna stand with Lucifer. Baby, keep standing.
That's right.
We want you to.
Because the day is coming.
That day's coming. You don't think 100 years have made this much change. You driving fine fancy cars. You making money. You living like white folks live when they was fucking slavery over here in this cock fuck hellhole. And you don't think this is coming to a close real soon?
It's coming.
Keep on living.
That's right. Keep on living.
Keep on living.
And my brothers and sisters, we hope you guys have enjoyed this teaching. until our Sabbath. Shalom.
Shalom. It just came on me. I'm tired of seeing it.